Hi, welcome to today's podcast. Today I interviewed Mr. Vincent Forney. His interview was conducted on June 13th, 2022. Um, he doesn't have a bio submitted, but he went into detail on his background, on where he's from, and his sentence and the charges that he was convicted of. So, without further ado, here's the interview with Mr. Vincent Forney. All right, sir. Good morning. How you doing today?
I'm doing well and fine. I'm blessed. Alhamdulillah, that all praise due to Allah, the Most High and the Greatest.
All right. If you could, we'll go ahead and get started with the interview. I would like for you to just tell the people what's your name and where you're currently at.
Okay, you know that my name is Vincent Forney, aka Tattoo Vito. You know, I'm here at Terre Haute in the federal BOP system.
Okay, sir. So, first, what we'd like to do is just get into your uh, your background as far as the sentence you're serving and a little bit about your case and what you've been charged with.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I'm currently serving a 13-year bid, and my out date is 2026. I was charged with human trafficking. Uh, I just basically want to truly express regret and remorse for my lifestyle and choices. I'm not making excuses for myself, but it's important that you understand the conditions that led to my incarceration. I like this podcast because it gives people incarcerated a chance to express themselves and tell their truths. I
Yes, sir.
grew up in a single parent household. We were impoverished. My mother was the only breadwinner. I had no positive role models. My mom and my father were separated. My pops took care of me from a distance the best way he could. But still, I had no role model. I was a broken young man from the outset. But here's the fact, though. Young black males who grow up in a single parent household where the mother is the primary breadwinner has an 85% chance of ending up in prison over any other ethnicity. Wow. That means from the beginning I had a greater likelihood of going to prison than I did of going to college. You ask what happened. What happened was I was a black man born in America.
Yes, sir. What what do you say? What happened that'll lead you down human trafficking? What type of people did you come into contact with? Did you just say I need to make this money, or what happened, sir?
Well, uh, I would have to go back deep into my childhood on what led to that circumstances of the area I came from and the urban community I came from because it was difficult for me growing up as a child. You know that my sister had
This call is from a federal prison.
juvenile diabetes. My mom, she was a heavy drinker. I really never went to school. I stayed house to house, city to city, with different family members. I got kicked out of I got kicked out the house at the age of 15, and from then I had to find my own way. And the only things I was taught and seen around me was selling drugs, breaking the entry, pimping, and gang activities. I was distraught and faced a lot of physical, emotional turmoil. So I turned to the streets for my guidance and support. I looked up to the thugs in the streets, what we would call today ghetto superstars, drug dealers, pimps, and gangsters. These were my role models at that time. It was easy for me to get involved with these things. Before I knew it, I was in and out of jail, and then jail turned into prison. Now I'm here talking with you guys on the podcast. But the fact of the matter is this, though. Some people have opportunity, and some have lack of opportunity. I truly believe if I would have had an opportunity and someone showing me the real way of life, I wouldn't be in prison.
Yes, sir. I completely understand that. I really wish. I know. I feel like this country has the resources to help our community, especially the black community, the impoverished communities, to get back on the right track. But
Yes.
we don't spend that money or those resources wisely. It's a lack of humanity there, and
Right,
unfortunately,
right.
it's leading our our youth down the wrong path. Unfortunately.
Uh,
Um,
uh, uh.
so, sir, you, by the grace of God, that you had a sentence where you don't have to spend the rest of your life in prison.
Right,
So
right.
that's a blessing. So you have the opportunity to go home and do something different. When you get home, what do you plan on doing?
Uh, when I get home, you know that my get home plan is basically to be content in life, take step by step, get a 9 to 5 job. I'm an artist, so I'm definitely going to be trying to do my tattoos and piercings on the side. Use that as a stepping stone to level up at becoming a successful black entrepreneur. And I have a whole bunch of things in mind though as far as entrepreneurship because I always wanted to work for myself and be my own boss. And I definitely have a lot of things in mind. Uh,
So you mentioned art, and your aunt was able to send me some of your artwork that is going to be displayed here on the interview. So I want to ask you, did you start focusing on your art while in prison or before? Because it's really good.
oh, okay, okay. Well, I actually started when I was out of prison, but I wasn't that serious though, cause I wasn't being content and just doing in my art, and I should have been content with doing that, but I wanted to have instant gratification and chase everything else.
Um, okay, so the last question I asked you about was what was your thoughts on the U.S. legal system and how the law is applied to us? And you were going into the 13th Amendment.
Right, right. So, basically, it's obviously slavery was not abolished. It was sanctified to reflect a certain type or group of people. It's racially unfair and it needs to be rewritten. Also, also, the federal system has a 97% conviction rate, meaning that they getting 97% of their convictions. And the fact of the matter is they getting this 97% conviction rate because they lock people up off of hearsay. The majority of people in the feds is in prison off of hearsay. Never got caught in the act of doing anything or anything. Just all off of hearsay. Uh, they also are overcrowded with a lot of nonviolent offenders. As of 2020, they implemented the First Step Act and still haven't let enough people go. And also I want to speak on the situation. I got a little cousin. Shout out to her. Her name Sarah, and she got into a car accident or whatever the case is. It was a car accident. She never caught a case. She is young, never been in trouble a day of her life, and these people that gave her prison time for a car accident.
Wow.
Like, she is literally serving prison time right now for a car accident. Inshallah, she'll be home in September, man. So I just want to tell her to keep her head up, and I love you, little cuz. And also free my brother Cody. He'll be coming home soon. God bless them.
Yes, sir. And so, what has prison life been like for you? Have you, what do you feel about the system, and have you been enrolled in any programs or classes?
Yeah, basically, prison life has been a curse and a gift because it have its bad moments. Like when I first got locked up, it was just, it was very stressful. I was hopeless, lonely, and full of anger. And the most part that hurt me the most was I left two children out there, and my son and my daughter. And and then on top of that, I got all this time. But as I started doing my time, I had an older head as a cellie. His name is Carl Washington, and he would always tell me things like, prison is what you make it. You can get something good out of it or do dead time. Me, myself, I decided to turn the federal prison system into a university, school of thoughts. Since I've been down, I started my spiritual journey. I'm a Sunni Muslim, and Allah has guided me the whole way. Alhamdulillah to that. The fact of the matter is, I taught myself how to read, write, and build the vocabulary while in prison. I don't read no hood.
This call is from a federal prison.
I don't read no hood novels. I read all self-help books that I can get educated from. I have over 20 my GED. I then did everything positive that the federal system offers. I've learned studying things like business, stocks and bonds, cryptocurrency, parenting class, anger management, non-residential drug program, and so on. I started my own entertainment called MRE, in Monopoly Rich Entertainment. I do paintings, I do drawings, but right now I'm at the one of the most intense program that the federal system has for us, which is called the Life Connections program, and it's a religious faith based program, and it's one of the top programs that they have in the system. And uh and it's basically, people say if you complete this program, that you can complete a whole 2-year college course, because it's a very intense program and it's very hard to complete. But it's a good program, and I'm a senior now in the program, and this program has offered a lot of things as far as they teach you about your religion, inter interfaith acting. They have programs like addiction and recovery, building blocks to a healthy community, righting your wrongs, emotion managing, victim impact, and that's one of the best programs I like. Of the classes that they have is victim impact, because it gave me and others a chance to see how our victims felt and how the ripple effect it caused on their family and our family. Meaning, as that the ripple effect can go from the victim to their mom or their dad, all the way down to their kids, all the way to your parents and family. Everybody can feel the ripple effect of the crime.
Yes, sir.
Different ways,
Yes, sir.
different ways of different ways of how that you can victimize people and hurt people without even knowing it. Property damages and hate and bias, crimes and everything. So the victim impact was like one of the best classes I done took here, and
And sir,
they just have yes.
I'm sorry, I just want to ask you. You talked about the victim impact and how it affected families. How did your prison sentence, or how has your prison sentence affected your family? Do you get to see them
Oh,
at all throughout your time there?
oh, okay. Well, you know, prison affected my family in a bad way because I was, I was the glue stick to my family. I'm the one that keep everybody together in my family. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I'm uh, and then on top of that, I have two beautiful kids, and uh, 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 uh I was very in tune in my son's life before I left, and now I'm not there for him. So, and then since I've been down, I haven't seen any of my family due to the fact that I'm not in the state prisons. I'm in the federal system. And when you in the federal system, they send you across the country to a prison. So you won't be able to get visits and things. And this is the closest I've been now in Indiana. So, everybody is en route. Everybody finna start coming to see me and everything, and I'm 5 hours away, and this is the closest I'm gonna be able to get to home. So this is why I have not been able to see my family because that they done shot me across the country in some prison.
Yes.
And
How
and
many
and
facilities have you been in?
I've been to I was in
This call is from a federal prison.
I was in a prison called Allenwood in Pennsylvania, and then I was in McCurry. Um, but when you sign up for the program, that they only have it at one prison out here in Terre Haute in Indiana. So it was a gift to get here too because this is the closest I'll be to home. So now I can be able to get my visits and everything now.
Okay. And then, sir, I just have a couple more questions for you. I want to try to get off real quick.
All
Um,
right.
One was, who was Mr. Forney when you first were locked up versus who you are today?
Say that again.
So, who were you when you first got locked up versus today? How have you changed?
Oh, well, I changed a lot because when I first came into this system, I was just like just full of anger and just mad and uh and then once I started on my spiritual journey and I just said, okay, I'm gonna give myself an opportunity. I'm gonna give myself a chance. So so off the break, it didn't take long for me to get myself together. So as soon as I came in, I had to get over the bull crap at first, and then I just kicked it into gear, and I just been really working on self, bettering self, and it all starts with self. So I just been on a mission. All I do is read, and build, and I'm just working towards a better, healthy community, a person, and everything, just to be able to make a good ripple effect, domino effect for my family when I get home. So, so right now I would say I'm about 80% way better than I was before I first came in, and I'm just gonna keep moving and keep going and be able to do these podcast interviews and seminars for people in human trafficking, and I just want to give back to the community and show my greatness of what I can be as a as a human being.
Thank you, sir. And then my last questions were, you already touched on this, but I went back and listened to the sound quality, and the phone was kind of shaky. So I would like for you to highlight your for your paintings, for your aunt's business, and your Ukraine painting.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you know that my auntie and her crew are the Melanin Girls. I call them that. You know, they got their own clothing line and they just doing great things down there in Georgia and Atlanta. And the name of their little T-shirts and stuff and their company is called Melanin Express LLC. Go on their website or their Instagram. And some of these shirts that stood out to me was it says melanin is my power color, and then they have all the good qualities of a powerful queen woman. So I just want to shout out to my auntie Sini and her business partner and Roberta, and just give big shots out to them and the Ukraine project. I'm looking for a Ukraine refugee to send the painting to. I'm gonna send the painting and $50 in the card to give to a Ukrainian refugee.
Thank you, sir. I just want to say,
And everybody,
go ahead.
and everybody can follow me at tattoo_Vito.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you taking your time and jumping on this call with me. And we're definitely going to have to do this again and find out some more information from you and more about your paintings.
Okay. Okay, thank you. On the phone finna go dead. So the next episode, I will go off into my paintings and my business plans. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bless you.
All right, bless your heart.